We should be able to start my stream. My stream should be running smoothly per age. Hopefully, bro. I've been having so much issues with fucking OBS lately. It's fucking annoying, dude. I don't know if it's OBS or if it's just my internet. It has to be one of the two. Maybe if I just close this. Maybe if I close that, maybe it should smooth out my internet or my Wi-Fi if I just close out those stuff. I closed out my tabs. So we'll see if that works. It's tweaking out right now. It doesn't say I'm live on Twitch or YouTube or any of that. So we'll see what happens. I mean, on my OBS, it says I'm live, it says I'm streaming, but on those channels, it does not look like I am streaming. Right? They get notified. So my stream is live. I just don't know why it doesn't show on my OBS that I'm live. But hopefully it works. I mean, we can't really do much with what we have thanks to the Wi-Fi being kind of bad. But for now, we just have to wait and see how well it goes. It should be fine. Maybe it's because I'm streaming on like all three platforms. Maybe that's why it's bad. Or maybe it's just time for me to get an upgrade on my Wi-Fi. It has to be one of the two. Simple enough. All right. I was listening to that stuff, but we'll go to my Reacts channel. I want to hear like how my mic sounds now compared to how it was before. When did I change my VTuber model? Dude, when did I actually change my VTuber model? Damn, this one got 817 views. Sheesh. That one was actually my biggest one. And then the Jafar. I don't know why this one just instantly blew up for some reason. Raj Instinct. When did my model and when did everything change? Oh, this is when my model changed right after this video. Alrighty then. Hello and welcome. My name is Rajin, your favorite VTuber. Today we're gonna go ahead and hop into this video called Pokimane is effing stupid. This is by Rev Says Dezu. If you know Rev, then I hope you enjoy this video. But we're gonna go ahead and hop into this. We're gonna see what's Rev's point of view. How many views are we reaching? 18 views on this. I watched Asmongold point of view. Asmongold had some points. But we're going to go ahead and hop into Rev. We're going to go see how well this is. And then we're going to decide if we want to continue. And who knows, if this does good, then we'll definitely continue watching this. If not, let's just hope that everything works out. But without further ado, let's hop into this. I hope you guys have a fantastic rest of your day. Let's get right into this video and enjoy.
Rev here. So today we're once again clowning on Pokimane, and while her tier 3 simps are currently searching for the dislike button on this video, let me just tell you, you're not gonna make it. So her latest take is one that I think is pretty interesting for the reasons she probably didn't intend, and we're gonna talk about it today. So here's the take. It says, unfortunately there aren't that many huge female streamers, at least not on Kai and Speed's level. Pokimane says that the streaming scene is becoming more male dominated. Now, the funny part about this is that she's partially correct, but not for the reasons she would have hoped for, right? So yes, platforms like Twitch, for example, and even Kick, they are male dominated right now. But that's not surprising because they've always been male.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Like Pokimane or Asmongold also pointed this out as well. Like, yeah, it is correct. I mean, Twitch and Kick are male dominated platforms and they always been. But what was his point of view, what Asmongold said was like, but VTubers are slowly making it out. In a couple of years or so, then VTubers will be able to would probably reach the same level as Kai and Speed's level. You know? I know one of the biggest ones is Iron Mouse. Iron Mouse is huge. I think Iron Mouse is probably one of the biggest VTubers.
Dominated, and it's not too surprising when you start peeling back the layers as to why these platforms exist in the first place. Places like Twitch were created primarily for gamers.
It was
for
mainly
gamers to stream on and for gamers to watch.
Yeah. I mean, Twitch, when it was just in TV, it was mainly a platform for gamers to just play video games and stream the video games that they're playing. That's what it was mainly meant to be. And then it started getting into IRL stuff, like more real stuff, and people streaming IRL content instead. And then we reached the pandemic of hot tub streaming, and then everything just started fluctuating, and it's still dominating. Like, it's still male dominated, but it's still, I still think VTubing is gonna probably get big, honestly. And it's probably gonna reach the point of being on the same scale as Kai and Speed's level. That's just my hot take on this whole thing. But yeah, let's go ahead. Let's continue watching this. Sorry about that.
Broadcasts on. It's not too surprising that those spaces would be male dominated. No, I'm not going to listen to the latest hack journalist who says actually gamers are 50-50 in terms of gender because we interviewed 100 Candy Crush players. No, the reality is, and we all know it, is that the gaming space is primarily occupied by men, and those are the ones who are going to be streaming on places like Twitch, and those are going to be the ones who are watching those male streamers. I mean, it's just kind of how people operate, right? Of course, there's going to be some people gravitating towards female streamers like Pokimane, but that is typically not the majority, as we've seen for years and years, and I don't think that's too controversial to say. But her statement here also ignores something that I think is kind of offensive, because on the female side of streamers, she's completely ignoring people that do pull really good numbers, and that, of course, is VTubers. As many people have pointed out, Pokemon, please, with a picture of Iron Mouse and Gargura. So they are people right here, two examples of female streamers pulling amazing numbers on different platforms.
That is so true.
You have Iron Mouse, who is the second highest all-time sub number on Twitch. She was, for a moment last year, the #1 all-time until Kai broke her record.
I forgot about Kai.
His #1 spot. And then you have Gargro, has millions and millions of subs on YouTube. And of course, Pokimane ignores examples like this. Now, there's a lot to go on here psychologically with why VTubers seem to appeal to such a broader audience these days. And there's some reasons as to why I think people are just gravitating towards them as content creators. They want to use VTuber models because it gives them certain advantages that regular face camming does not provide. And this Shondo clip will be forever relevant, so let's give this a listen.
There are the times we don't like real women anymore.
Based.
What, you mean these virtual women go online and make money and I have to spend 3 hours putting makeup on? Yep.
Alright, so 2.3 upload.
The room is drying up.
So right there for high. For low, we want to go for
but for
negative
the
320.
average Twitter user about to fume over this and go ape shit on Twitter, crying about what she just said or anyone agreeing
negative.
with it, you're offended, but that doesn't make her wrong.
Yeah.
Because, yes, that is one of the advantages of having a VTuber model. You don't have to worry about people picking apart your physical appearance.
Yeah. Negative 320.
On a face
and
cam.
then
The proof of that is in the original Dexerto tweet where there's a bunch of people in the replies spamming pictures.
Yeah, exactly. So, and hence is why I started doing VTubing as well, is because I don't like to show my face because I am self-conscious of how I look. So that's why I don't like to show my face. And I know it's kind of a bummer because most people want to see how I look, but I don't want to do that, you know? Like, I don't want to have my face out there. And so that's why I started doing VTubing instead, is because this way I don't have to show my face and feel insecure about how I look, because no matter what happens, they're always gonna, lots of people are always gonna poke at someone's insecurities just to feel more empowered. And that is not something that's why there's the majority of people prefer being a VTuber instead, is because they don't want to be picked on. They don't want to get, picked on how they look. They don't want to be laughed at on the way on their physicality. They just
Okay,
want to
let's
be a
see.
VTuber because this way they feel more secure, at least more secure about themselves than feeling more insecure.
Okay, let me
And
do
that's like my
something
biggest
else.
problem is
so
that I'm also insecure from the way
let's
I look.
remove this,
And that's why I
yes,
started becoming
and
that's why I
then
started
we'll
going into
remove
VTubing because I
this,
don't want to show my face
yes,
because
and then
when I look at
we'll
myself in the
remove
mirror,
this one
I think
as
I'm
well.
ugly. I'm an ugly person.
Do that.
And that's why
There we go.
I prefer
So
doing this
for
instead,
now, it
just so I
sounds
don't see, like,
good. It's
comments
perfectly
going,
fine.
"Oh, he's ugly,
I ain't gonna
ugly,
deal
ugly,
with
ugly."
too much
Because
work.
I used to be a Flash streamer.
But let me
like a
see the
Flash YouTuber.
difference.
So I
So
used
we
to
have this
my
one,
face
and then when
everywhere.
we switch over to this one,
And
you
the
can
majority
hear
of the comments were
how
like,
it
"Oh my
sounds.
God, this guy is so
doesn't even
ugly.
sound that
How
bad.
is he having
This
so
one
many
doesn't sound
views?
bad either.
Someone probably bought
This
his
one
account.
doesn't sound bad.
There's no way
This
anyone
one
wants
doesn't
to
sound bad either.
likes him
But
'cause of
let's
how he
see.
looks."
If
You
I
know,
raise
like,
up my,
all of that
if I put
stuff
this all the way to the
makes
max
a person
out,
feel
I don't like
insecure.
that.
And that's
All
what
right.
hurt me on
Now
the
we just
inside.
slowly
And
move
then
it down.
that's when I started
That sounds
watching a
pretty
bunch
good
of, like,
so far.
YouTubers
That
and
should be
stuff,
fine.
And then I came across
And then from
Rev
our
and a
mids,
bunch of other VTubers.
let's
and I'm
see.
like,
We
"Oh,
start from the
you know
top.
what?
Damn,
It
I don't
does
like
have
that
a
at all.
point. It's
And then we slowly
interesting.
put it
Let me
down
give that a try."
to about
Then also
right
because
here.
I am a lazy
Let's see how it
person and I don't wanna
sounds
get
all the way when I go down.
dressed.
You
You
I
know?
don't like that.
I
What
don't
about
wanna
right up
get
here,
dressed,
here,
like,
and then
properly
here?
to, like, be
What
on my
about
face
right
cam.
here? Right
You
here?
know?
Sounds good.
Alright,
So
let's
if we
get
go
back into
down
this. Sorry about that.
here to like a
Pokimane
1.3,
without makeup on, and they're
that sounds
saying
pretty
how
good.
terrible she looks. And by the way,
Now
it's
for the
really
high.
stupid because
So if we
all
put it all the way up here,
streamers that these people
if I
pay for, yes,
put
they
it all the
are
way down
wearing
here,
without makeup
down
on.
here,
That's
makes
just,
me
like,
sound more
reality.
deep.
If anyone thinks otherwise,
So if we
they're
raise this
delusional.
up
But
to
anyways,
about,
you avoid all of
I
that
think
by
right
having
here
one
should
close
be
trigger.
fine,
Just that simple. You
or
perfect
down here,
all the time in terms
or
of
right
hands.
here,
You have exactly
right
what
here.
you want
I think
every
right
time
there
you go
sounds
live.
good.
So I think that kind of takes some barriers and some obstacles
That
out.
should be
Of
good for
course,
me.
being a VTuber comes with its own challenges, like a bunch of wackadoos constantly hating on you
Yep.
for the most benign things. But there are some advantages that people just don't really think of all the time. But
Okay.
of course, the data is there to suggest that
All right, let's see. So if I move this round all the way up
female
here
streaming
so I
space
can
for
actually
some
see
time now.
down
Just look at this.
there,
In
we should be
terms of
good.
top
Hello, hi, how's it going?
view count
Welcome to
right?
the
You can see
podcast.
top 2, 4, 6 are all VTubers,
Mhm.
and by a landslide, by the way, which is pretty impressive. And that's backed up even further if you look at
I mean, I don't really
most
rage
watched
too
female
much.
streamers of 2024. I mean, look at it. The
Oh,
top
Imaru
5,
made it.
again,
Amarath.
all VTubers across multiple platforms, and nobody's surprised by that. So, like, what's going on here? Well, I think there's just a different level of entertainment, and also it's breaking the classic meta that was working for many years. Where
All right,
a lot of
let's
face
do this.
cameras are just sitting there
So what we want to
They're,
do
their
is
camera
add
just talking about
a
whatever, and then their most
expander
top clip,
first.
viewed
Okay.
clip of the year was
Do
them
that.
getting up from their
Add the
chair because that's why
expander.
people were there.
Ratio.
It's yeah, it is what it is. And
L
now
plus
it cracks
ratio
down on that
plus your
stuff.
lame.
But yeah, that's the reality. And this is
3,
one of those, like,
1.
unexplainable things. I can't like pull out anything to like
Attack
definitively show
1
you this, but I think a lot of people get
release
this sort of vibe.
at
where
like
for some
100.
reason, VTubers appeal more across the board
There you go.
than your typical female streamer.
And then
It just seems like that's the
threshold
way it is. A
all the
lot
way
more
down to the
people
bottom.
can agree on a
And
VTuber
then
model.
see from
Right?
the
A lot of
rotations on
men
how
and women
everything
can agree,
works.
Anime girls are cute.
Rev
I
has
know,
a
it's
point.
a really
Okay,
shocking
let's see.
formula. It works. You
I'm
even
trying to
have
see how-
weirdos like me putting on this anime character, and all of a sudden, some people just like it. You know what I mean? Like, it's just the way it is. But yeah, the data suggests all this stuff is true. When you look at the numbers, it just seems like people in general, male and female, gravitate more towards VTubers. And we even saw Pokimane in particular try to appeal to this by coming up with their own VTuber model back in 2020. I remember making a video on this.
Okay,
Right?
so
People had very
very
polarized
quiet.
reactions to it. I remember making a video on this and getting absolutely flamed by some of her supporters. They were so mad
see
that
what
I dared to
happens.
question her intentions behind this.
Let's go.
And also, strangely,
You guys
enough,
are doing
it was
good.
age restricted within
Maxine,
like
I've been
minutes,
good all
which
the time.
I don't know what happened there, but something weird was going on. But clearly, she
Oh,
understood at the
you can
time
be out.
it didn't
It's
work
weird.
for her because it didn't enhance her content
Yeah.
whatsoever. She's still just Pokimane sitting in a chair complaining about nonsense that nobody really cares about. I mean, here's some of these takes that we're talking about here, right? So let's just get an idea of what people are thinking. Here's another
Let me
tweet
see.
from Optimus.
All
Here.
right, chance, no worries. I'm
Kai
gonna be
Cenat
streaming
has
for
a
like
celeb
7
on
hours
stream
anyways. You're
every other
chilling.
day, it seems. He and Speed constantly do marathon streams and grind games. Meanwhile, 80% of female streamers we saw over the last 5 years were abusing hot tub metas and promoting OnlyFans content. I wonder why they're winning. I mean, unfortunately, that is the meta. It doesn't represent everyone, but man, especially last year when people were talking about some of this stuff with the Twitch TOS,
Yeah.
all you see
Okay.
on certain categories
Minus
the face cameras
32.
is super
Okay.
sexual content, and people
So,
trying to
Yep.
minus
their OnlyFans. They're trying to
32.
push
I
adult
was
content.
I
It's
was
like
one
right
of those
here.
that did not like that
Right
meta.
here's
I
pretty
really
good.
hated that
Yeah.
meta more than anything
I think that should be
because it
fun,
just
right, guys?
took away from a bunch of other people. Because
Hopefully.
I did not.
I mean,
like
pray.
the hot tub meta was a good meta, but mainly for females. It didn't help
You guys
the
are
male
basically
streamers
watching
that
me
much
fix
with doing hot tub streams.
my streams.
And so,
So,
like the majority
there's
of
that.
females got into the hot tub streams, and that's when their viewers went skyrocketing super tall. And now that meta is slowly going down, and they're cracking onto that,
Okay.
now
And
the meta is
now
slowly
we
going down,
add
and it's
a
not
compressor.
as popular. It still can be. I don't even think. Do
Hop.
they still have a hot tub stream? If
Let's do
not, then
that.
yeah, hot
All
tub
right.
streams are gone, and that's
Perfect.
why the majority of content creators are probably upset because of that.
Okay.
My bad. Let's get back into this.
Threshold
And
to
yeah,
3.
the OF the OF contents, yeah, people pushing onto that, and it's not fun, man. It's really
Our
not fun at all.
ratio is 3.
That's why I'm so happy that I
Threshold.
and Speed are winning and
All
having
in
lots of
maxed
viewership
out.
because they deserve it. They really deserve everything that they have. They
And
deserve the
then
fame.
the
They deserve
attack will
everything they're
be
going through,
1 right there.
And I just go into their videos, into their streams here and there.
And
I don't stay
then
for too
the
long,
release will be
but I hop
100.
into them just to see what's going on, and then I enjoy it.
That's on different platforms, and it gives even like the legitimate female streamers a bad image to work with because they're being lumped in with these people. And at the end of the day, these people who are searching for this sort of sexual content, they're still a pretty big
Hey.
minority, and that content that's being produced trying to promote that stuff, it's not
Hey.
entertaining to someone who's not looking specifically for that. If you're going
Yep.
to Twitch for gaming content, which is the majority of people,
Okay.
they don't appeal to you whatsoever. And the
So
fact that
this
became a
dude's
legitimate
threshold
meta,
was like negative
that
15.
sucks. And it
So
really
we might as well go
damaged the
down
platform,
there as
continually
well.
damaged the platform to this day. And what he said about Kai and
There we
people
go.
like Speed is right.
Yo,
You don't have to
fuck.
like Kai
I
or
hate this
Speed or
game.
enjoy
Fuck
their
you.
content. Like, for
All right.
example, it's not
That should be
my
fine,
sort of
right?
content. I'm not going to watch a Kai stream or anything
Yeah.
like that, but it's undeniable
Brad has a
that
point.
they put a ton of work into what they do. They invest a ton of money, time, and energy into every single stream. They're doing crazy things. I'm pretty sure both of them just did some like WWE related events. Like it's crazy the lengths they go for their content. And in terms of gaming, you have Kai, who last
Okay.
week did like a
Hey,
whole
how's it going?
gigantic marathon playing Elden Ring, and was like super into it and was doing these elaborate cosplays and getting these elaborate props for every single stream. It's a big deal. And like also pointing out, they bring celebrities onto their streams all the time. It's a lot of effort put into it.
Popcorn.
And then compare that to people like Pokimane, who this is like the best they can do. Right, every time they go viral for a clip, it's just some dumb take. And this one is based on the halftime performance of the latest Super Bowl that just concluded about a week ago, where Kendrick Lamar performed the halftime show, and some people were mixed on it. Obviously, some people liked it, some people didn't like it.
I wasn't even
And
too
this was
upset
her
about it.
take on people not liking the performance.
With probably zero musical capabilities think that Kendrick Lamar didn't deserve the halftime show. What? What do you mean? Like, sure, we could sit here all day and be like, oh, I actually think this artist deserved it. What? Only white people hated it. I didn't want to say it. As a white passing person, I didn't want to say that.
Did you guys tier 3 sub yet? Yes. So again, as people always have,
Oh,
they make
man.
everything about race. Like you can't just dislike the halftime show or not be interested in it without it
Okay.
being
Yeah.
something about
Well,
race.
no, I mean,
So I do have to
okay,
tweak on
so
my
I think the only
expander a
reason
bit.
why it was such an extended
That
clip
should
as
be
well, I mean,
it. That should
I'm
be
gonna go
fine.
say it because I'm also one of those that try to reach out and try to like extend the clip, even though it's like a small clip. It's because they just want to keep talking, and then they go, "Oh yeah, it's because of this and this and this," but then this happens, and then now it's switching over to this. You know, like all of that. Just give your opinion straightforward. Just say, "Yeah, you know what? I like Kendrick Lamar. I think he did good on
Okay,
the Super Bowl
that should be
halftime
good.
show. You
We
know,
should be balanced
did
all
he
the way
deserve it?
across.
Some would say yes, he deserved it. I mean, and then other people won't, but that's perfectly fine. You know, you don't have to go all out and then turn it into a race thing. It's why is
Okay,
this like this, bro?
and
Like,
then we
honestly,
add
can we
a
just all be
limiter,
happy, peaceful, and
just
enjoy
like this,
life?
right?
Is
And
that too
then we
tough,
put
bro?
this all the way back, and then go
Anyone who
down
says,
one.
as a white passing person, like, dude, get out of here. You know, it's convenient to say it now, but then the next time there's another issue,
Yeah.
she won't say that she's a white passing person, and so on and so forth.
Dude, I just don't know what's up with this Wi-Fi right now.
It's like the
The Wi-Fi's been tweaking out a lot.
Then you have people like Gargura, and also with this particular event,
Oh, that's
Suisse, as
Gargura,
well as I believe
the
Pecora
shark girl.
as well, who did the performances at the Los
What the
Angeles
fuck?
Dodgers game back last year, and then they conveniently went on to win the World Series. I mean, the power of VTubers, am I right? But anyways, you can see like is
Jack in the
Pokimane
Box,
or
Smart
Anaheim
Water.
people doing
That's kinda
stuff
funny.
Like this? No,
Those sponsors
I
are crazy.
Think they are.
Security benefit.
It's not too surprising as to why, because number one, either they're a complete brand risk for something as mainstream as this, or they don't have the talent to do something like this, or they don't feel the need to, because sitting in their chair and just making clips like the ones we just saw is somehow enough for people. And that's really, again, with the whole VTuber aspect here, I think it's pretty interesting to look at the contrast. But here's another one saying, showing some examples of Chibidoki, for example, right? You don't need like these insanely attractive models if you're a VTuber, if you're actually entertaining. Like, look at this gremlin that pulls in thousands of concurrent viewers, right? It kind of shatters the whole expectation that, oh, you just get a attractive VTuber model, you must you instantly get views, which is definitely not true. The market's totally oversaturated. But let's look at this. This is what the people want.
No me hablas inglés. Las frutas. Las frutas. Naranja. Naranja.
Content. That's all there is to it. People want to be entertained at the end of the day. But unfortunately, as you can see, Smugglana here points out, based, Pokey is right. VTubers aren't females. We're all men with voice changers. That is incorrect. We're all men without voice changers. But seriously, like, the other issue to this is there's no sort of recognition for VTubers when it comes to who the top female streamer is, and just VTubers in general, right? They always deal with these stupid assumptions that they're all men with voice changers, or they're ugly in real life.
Yo, maybe I
and they're
should switch it
hiding
up
these
like
things
that, you know?
when A lot of people are just downplaying the benefits of keeping anonymity and not having to worry about how people are going to judge your physical appearance or anything like that. And instead, you want to focus on your gameplay and your content instead of worrying about your appearance.
Okay,
24/7.
hopefully that works.
Taken care of because of your VTuber. But yeah, those assumptions are still true to this day. People still say this about Iron Mouse. I can see comments underneath this tweet right here about VTubers being men with voice changers and things like that. And it really goes back to this comment right here. Don't VTubers consistently reach similar numbers to these guys?
Dude, this stress is so real. It's driving me insane. I don't know what's up with this stress, but it's really bad right now. But we should be fine, right? Right, guys? Oh, man.
Other popular streamers, but that is unfortunately the very apparent reality for a lot of people. They see something that's different to them, that they don't particularly like themselves, and they just try to discredit it 100%.
Okay, there we go.
across the board.
I just have to mute myself or not hearing myself talk. Don't know what to do, bro.
Because there was no them whatsoever, even though people like Iron Mouse have reached levels that people like Kai and Speed have, and even collaborated with Kai, for example. But they're just not on the radar of people like Pokemon who'd rather just sit there and complain and play the victim 24/7. So I'm not too surprised this happened once again. But that's going to do it for this video. As always, feel free to share your thoughts about today's topics in the comment section down below. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you next time.
So like that one was like that was from Rev says Desu. I mean, Rev had like great ideas, great plans and stuff like that. Like Rev says how it is, and I agree 100%. It is the same thing, and it's been interesting. It's been pretty interesting. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I mean, like, I'm not upset about it. Like, honest to God, I'm not that upset.
What's up?
I mean, yeah, I understand.
I have
the
no
whole
idea,
concept
brother.
Of what's going on?
I really don't
and-
know what's going on with this. It's been like this for so long right now. Cable input.